As we gather this evening for American Renaissance Academy's Baccalaureate ceremony, tonight is more than a celebration of graduation, requirements completed. It is a reflection on growth, perseverance, character, and the relationships that have helped shape each student into the individual they are becoming. For many years, these graduates have walked the campus of ARA, learning lessons both inside and outside the classroom, lessons about leadership, responsibility, teamwork, compassion, resilience, and purpose. Tonight marks a sacred transition from the familiar comfort of school and family routines to the exciting and sometimes uncertain pathways of college, careers, service, and adulthood. As they prepare to step into the next chapter of their lives, may they carry with them the values and school learner outcomes that have guided their education at American Renaissance Academy to be critical thinkers, quality producers, effective communicators, principled citizens, balanced, lifelong learners, and technologically literate learners. May they continue to look backward with gratitude for those who have supported them and forward with courage and hope toward the opportunities that await them. Tonight, we also recognize the parents, families, mentors, teachers, and friends whose love, sacrifice, encouragement, and unwavering belief have helped make this moment possible. Graduation is never the achievement of one individual alone. It is the result of a community walking beside them every step of the way. And so, as we begin this evening together, may this ceremony be filled with reflection, gratitude, laughter, treasured memories, and hope for the future. May our graduates move forward with confidence, guided by integrity, strengthened by perseverance, and inspired to make a positive difference in the world around them. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your next journey begins now. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Kelly Tanizaki to the podium to give us a welcome.
Good evening, ARA family, administrators, faculty, alumni, friends, and most especially our 8 graduating students. Tonight, we gather for one of the most meaningful traditions in the life of a school, the baccalaureate. Historically, a baccalaureate was a time set aside before graduation for reflection, gratitude, blessing, and transition. In some schools, it is deeply religious. At American Renaissance Academy, we are not a religious school, so tonight is not about one specific faith or one specific belief system. It is about something universal. It is about pausing before the caps and gowns, before the diplomas, before the applause, before the final walk across this stage. Tonight is the breath before the goodbye. Tomorrow morning, we will gather for senior breakfast. It is a tradition, a joyful celebration of your class, your friendships, your memories, and probably a few more laughs. Tomorrow evening, I'll stand before you one last time as CEO, your teacher, and for most of you, your coach. Tomorrow night at graduation, I will give what I have been thinking of as my last lecture. But tonight is different. Tonight is softer. Tonight is more intimate. Tonight is where we let our hearts catch up to what our minds already know, that you are ready to go. I have to be honest, all graduating classes are difficult to say goodbye to. Every year, I tell myself I will be prepared. Every year, I think, I've done this before. And yet every year I am reminded that saying goodbye to students who have, who have grown up before my eyes is never easy. Sorry. But this class is different. This class is extra special. In almost 20 years of the American Renaissance Academy, this is one of the most meaningful graduating classes of my career. Not because you were always easy, you were not. Not because you were always quiet, you definitely were not. Not because everything went perfectly, it did not. But because I have had the honor of walking beside you for so much of your lives. When I started thinking about how much time we have spent together, I realized that the number is almost impossible to comprehend. For roughly the last 10 years or so, many of us have spent mornings together, Monday through Saturday, often 1.5 to 2 hours. Then we come back again in the afternoons for another 2 hours of training. That means, conservatively, myself and your other coaches, Coach Damon, Coach Mark sometimes, Coach Conrad, we have spent somewhere around 11,000 to 12,500 hours together in the pool and on the deck. Isn't that crazy? And that does not include your school day. That does not include the hours from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. when you are in classrooms, walking on campus, taking tests, laughing with friends, sitting in our anatomy and health class, or complaining how tired and sore you were from morning practice. When you add the school hour days in between practices, we're talking about more than 25,000 hours together over these years. 25,000. That is not just coaching. That is not just teaching. That is life shared together. We have seen each other in the early mornings when most of the world is still asleep. We have seen each other exhausted, frustrated, emotional, determined, and sometimes barely awake. I've watched you push off the wall when you did not want to. I have watched you come back from disappointment. I have watched you learn that success is not built in one race, one test, one practice, or one perfect moment. Success is built in the quiet repetition of showing up. And you showed up. You showed up in the water. You showed up in the classroom. You showed up for each other. You showed up when you were tired. And you showed up when you were even injured. You showed up when you were overwhelmed, and you showed up when the goal seemed much too far away. And because of that, you are standing here now. Some of you have now taken your final lap in this pool as ARA swimmers. That thought alone is enough to make my heart pause. For years, that water has held your effort, your tears, your victories, your frustrations, your breakthroughs, and your growth. For some of you, this chapter in the pool is coming to a close. For others, you will continue to train, continue to compete, and continue to carry the torch as NC2A student athletes. But for all of you, I hope you remember this. The discipline does not end here. The hard work does not end here. The lessons do not end here. Whether your next race is in an NC2A pool, a college classroom, a new career, or life itself, you have already learned what so many people never do. That greatness is not built when things are easy. Greatness is built when you are tired, but you still show up. When you are disappointed and you still try again. When the set is hard, the class is hard, the day is hard, and yet somehow you find the strength to keep on going. Do not forget the good times. Do not forget the laughter, the travel, the team meals together, the inside jokes, the friendships, the meets, and the moments when you looked around and realized you were part of something so special. How many other swimmers can say that they represented their country in a faraway land such as Rio de Janeiro, Croatia, Bahrain? Not a lot. Because it's precisely those tough times, the mornings you did not want to wake up, the practices that tested you, the races that broke your heart. When college feels overwhelming, when you are far from home, when you are balancing academics, athletics, responsibilities, and a new life, I hope you remember this place. I hope that you remember you've already done very hard things. You have already proven that you can endure, you can adapt, grow, and rise. The strength you build here does not stay here. It goes with you. The cities, countries, oh, and I forgot to mention our trips to Japan to compete. I knew there was a country I was missing. But the cities, the countries, the airports, the hotel lobbies, long travel days, early warm-ups, late finals, victories, losses, and everything in between. We have shared so much. We have seen the world together. You have represented your school, your families, your team, and yourselves. You have learned that the world is much bigger than your own lane. And yet, no matter where you go, the values that carry you remain the same. Discipline, humility, gratitude, courage, and heart. That is one tiny reason why this class is so special. But the bigger reason is, I feel like I have raised you in a way. At times, I have to admit, it has been difficult to be Coach Kelly or Dr. Kelly instead of Auntie Kelly. As a coach, I had demanded more from you. I had to correct you. I had to push you. I had to hold you accountable. I had to tell you when your effort was not matching your potential. I had to make sure you understood that talent without discipline is never enough. But as Auntie Kelly, my heart wanted to protect you. My heart wanted to make the hard days easier. My heart wanted to take away the pain of disappointment, the sting of failure, and the stress of growing up. That is the difficult balance of loving students and athletes for these many years. You cannot spend 25,000 hours with young people and not have them become a part of your heart. And you have. Each of you will forever hold a very special place in mine. And I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to recognize the newest addition to this senior class, Talia. Although your journey with us at ARA began later than some of your classmates, your presence has added something truly special to this group. You brought a new energy, a new dynamic, and a beautiful spirit to this class. Like many of your classmates, you are also a student athlete, and we are so proud that you will be heading to college to continue competing in your sport of volleyball. You remind us that it is not always the length of time that defines belonging, but the impact that someone makes while they are here. You have made an impact. There's a teaching that says thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. I think about that tonight. Because education is very much like that. Coaching is like that. Parenting is like that. Loving young people is like that. We pour ourselves into you, not because it takes something away from us, but because it allows the light to continue. Your parents have given you light. Your teachers have given you light. Your coaches have given you light. And your school has given you light. And now it is your responsibility to carry that light forward. Not perfectly, not without mistakes, not without fear, but with purpose. There's another teaching that reminds us that nothing is permanent. Everything changes. People grow, seasons end. Children become adults, students become alumni. The familiar becomes memory. And while change can be painful, it is also proof that life is moving forward. That is what makes tonight so bittersweet. Because if we did our job well, then you were never meant to stay exactly where you are. You were meant to grow. You were meant to leave. You were meant to take everything you learned here and carry that into the world. Still, knowing that does not make it any easier. Dr. Randy Pausch, a well-known professor from Carnegie Mellon, in his book, The Last Lecture, I talk about this a lot in my graduations because it always reminds me of him. He spoke about childhood dreams, obstacles, gratitude, and leaving something meaningful behind. One of the lessons so many people remember from him is that brick walls are not there to stop us. They are there to show us how badly we actually want something. You, my seniors, know something about brick walls. You have faced them in the pool or on the court. You have faced them in school. You have faced them in life. You have faced exhaustion, pressure, expectations, injuries, disappointments, and moments when the path ahead was not clear, but you kept going. And that is what I want you to remember. The goal was never just to make you faster swimmers, stronger students, or more impressive college applicants. The goal was to help you become people who do not quit when life becomes difficult, because life will become difficult. There will be moments when you miss home, moments when you question yourself, moments when you are not the best in the room, moments when you have to start over, and moments when nobody knows your name, yet nobody knows your story, and nobody knows what it took for you to get there. In those moments, remember who you are. You are ARA graduates. You come from a small school, but not a small story. You come from a place that expected much from you because we believed much was inside of you, all of you. You come from a place where academics matter, where character matters, where effort matters, where family matters, where your gifts were nurtured, but your responsibilities were never ignored. And yes, some of you also come from a place where the CEO and swim coach made you take anatomy and health. And what a class that was. You were tough, you challenged me, you made me laugh, you tested my patience, you asked questions at the worst possible times. You somehow made serious topics both meaningful and entertaining. We learned about the body, about health, about life, about choices, about responsibility, and maybe a little bit about how fragile and miraculous we all are. And that is something I hope that you carry with you as well. Kayla, Talia, Kevin, Eli, Corey, Dominic, David, and Liam, your body is a gift. Your mind is a gift. Your opportunities are gifts. Your education is a gift. Your family is a gift. And your time is a gift. So do not waste them. As you move forward, I hope you remember that achievement alone is not enough. Medals are wonderful. Scholarships, they're wonderful, right, parents? College acceptances are wonderful. Awards, wonderful. But none of those things matter if you forget to be kind. None of those things matter if you forget to be grateful. And none of those things matter if you become so focused on success that you forget the people who helped you get there. So tonight, before tomorrow's celebration, I want you to pause and look around. Look at your parents and families. They've sacrificed much more than you know. They drove you, fed you, supported you, worried about you, paid for you, prayed for you, cheered for you, and believed in you, even when you were too tired or too young to fully understand the depth of their love. Look at your teachers. They did more than teach lessons. They poured themselves into your growth. Look at your loved ones and parents that worked so tirelessly to make those final senior memories possible. Behind every graduating class, there was a village of people that give so much. This class has certainly been blessed with an incredible village. A very special thank you to Auntie Kathy and Auntie Jen. Can you stand up, ladies? They truly, thank you, they truly led the charge with those Wednesday morning breakfasts. Everybody pitched in. We all did our part, but we all needed somebody to lead that charge. And these ladies did such a wonderful job, and we are forever grateful. And every moment that they are enjoying themselves in northern Japan and going whitewater rafting or climbing up the crazy mountains, mountain climbing, they are going to remember that this did not just happen. It was everybody, a collective. But the charge needed to be led, and it couldn't have been anyone sweeter, nicer than these two ladies right here. So thank you so much. To your sides, to your classmates. These are the people who shared this chapter with you. Years from now, you may forget certain assignments, certain scores you got, certain practices, or even certain races. But you will remember how people made you feel. You will remember who stood beside you. You will remember who made you laugh, even when you were dead tired. You will remember the family that was created here. And I hope that you look inward as well. Be proud of yourselves. Not arrogant, not entitled, but proud. Proud of the child you once were. Proud of the teenager who kept going. Proud of the young adult you are becoming. Proud of the work that nobody saw. Proud of the quiet battles you fought. And proud of the ways you have grown. Baccalaureate is not goodbye yet. It is the evening before the goodbye. It is the moment where we stand together at the edge of one chapter and honor everything it took to get to this moment. Tomorrow evening, I will address you one last time as students of American Renaissance Academy. But tonight, I want to speak to you from the heart as someone who has watched you grow up, someone who has coached you, taught you, corrected you, laughed with you, traveled with you, worried about you, and loved you. You are ready. You may not feel ready every day, and that is okay. Courage does not mean you never feel afraid. Courage means you move forward with your values intact. So move forward with gratitude. Move forward with humility. Move forward with discipline. Move forward with compassion. Move forward with the confidence that you have been prepared. Move forward knowing that you are so deeply loved by everyone. There is a saying that the lotus flower blooms beautifully because it rises through the mud. It does not become beautiful in spite of the mud. It becomes beautiful because of the journey through it. Each of you has had your own journey, your own challenges, your own muddy waters, your own moments of struggle and growth. But look at you now. You are all blooming. And as you leave ARA, my hope is that you will not only chase success, but also become a source of light for others. Help someone, teach someone, encourage someone, give back. Remember the younger students. They're always watching you. The younger athletes, they look up to you. Leave them with some positive memories, some wisdom that you've learned over all these years. That would be a true gift for you to leave to your fellow teammates. Remember that your life is not only about what you achieve, but about who becomes stronger, kinder, and braver because you were there. My dear seniors, you have been one of the greatest honors of my career. You have made me proud as a CEO. You have challenged me as a teacher. You have tested me as a coach. And you have touched me deeply as Auntie Kelly. I will miss seeing you around campus. I will miss seeing you on the pool deck. And I will miss the daily rhythm of your presence. I will miss the noise, the laughter, the questions, the chaos, and yes, even the moments when you made me shake my head. But more than that, I will miss you, but I am proud to send you forward because love does not hold tightly forever. Real love prepares, it strengthens, guides, and then when the time comes, let's go. So tonight, we honor this transition in the ARA way, with gratitude, with love, with pride, and with hope. May you remember where you came from. May you honor those who helped you along the way. May you carry your light into every room you enter. May you meet life's brick walls with courage. May you never forget that discipline and kindness can live in the same heart. May you always know that you have a home here. And when tomorrow night comes and I give you my last lecture, know that it will not truly be the end. Because once you are a part of ARA, you are always a part of ARA. And once you are a part of my heart, you never really leave. So congratulations, my dear class of 2026. Tonight, we honor your journey. Tomorrow, we celebrate your graduation. And always, always, we will be cheering you on. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Kelly. Now we are going to call up Miss Wendy, our Administrator of Student Information and School Resources, and you will really find out more about these graduating seniors.
Thank you all for your presence today. Just like Ms. Bailey mentioned, my name is Wendy Izuka, and I'm the Administrator for Student Information and School Resources. Tonight, we will celebrate our seniors, and I have the honor of introducing you to the class of 2026. And some of those that are sitting on the stage today have been audience to many baccalaureates in the past, so I'm sure that some of them are like, oh no, what is Miss Wendy gonna say about me tonight? And I've been waiting for this day. Corey, I've been waiting for this day since like pre-K, right? First off, I would like to introduce Talia Melendez-Siake. To a group of long-timers, it may seem like you just joined us. Yet, as the newest member of the class, you have already stood out as a quiet leader, one who gently supports your peers while naturally guiding them forward. In the short time I've worked with you, I have been so proud to see how gracefully and beautifully you embody the American Renaissance Academy student learner outcomes. As you keep your eyes on your goal, Talia, remember that true growth is a journey of ownership. When things get rough, it can be tempting to look outward for excuses, but there is so much grace in simply being honest with yourself. Embracing both your wins and your missteps is exactly how real wisdom is gained. Be kind to yourself through the ups and downs, own your story, the victories and the challenges alike, knowing that every single experience is helping you learn, grow, and become the person you are meant to be. Ooh, I know there's 8 of them. Okay. Next, I would like to introduce a student who is the next most recent addition to this class. When you look at this cohort, they truly feel like a lifelong family, and that's because most of them actually shared the entire high school journey together. In fact, some of you have been side by side for your entire educational experience, starting all the way back in your first days when we had pre-K. Yet, Despite joining a group of such deep roots, this student has stepped in and became an indispensable part of this class. David Lowen, you are someone who I can always count on to be respectful and kind. I am incredibly proud of the mature individual you have become. As you step out into the world, remember to find your balance. While all responsibilities matter, each has its own place and priority at each stage of your life. Moving forward, your values will shine through the choices you make in both your personal and your professional relationships. Keep your long-term goals close to your heart, but remain flexible. The reality of the world is that success sometimes requires us to put personal preferences aside, adapt to our environment, and do what needs to be done. Balancing your self-awareness with that kind of practical discipline is how you will present yourself in the best light and open doors for your future. I'm going backwards based on how long our students have been here. So who came before David? Dom. Yes, Dom. Dominique Zako. I can't tell you to take out a bucket anymore, can I? I can, I will. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, you are someone I can always count on. Dependable, mature, and deeply responsible. I know that who you are as a person is a key reason your family was able to make an unimaginable sacrifice over the last few years, just to ensure that you and your brothers could stay and continue attending American Renaissance Academy. You stepped up beautifully, taking on the responsibility of looking after your brothers. You guys over there? While your dad was away and your mom was working hard. Granted, I give you guys credit because Adam and Inago are not too bad. But your brothers are brothers and boys are boys, and I'm sure that some days were harder than others. Iago and Anna, making that decision back then might have been feeling overwhelming, but looking back now, it's a moment of pure awe. How did you do it? Where did the time go? Iago, I can't come to you and say, so how long are you going to still be here? When are you leaving? Because welcome back. We're so glad that you're here to stay. As much as our school was a support system for you, you and your family have truly been a support system for us. You perfectly exemplify your parents' generosity, care, and your family models the truest meaning of Ohana. As you step into this next chapter, Dom, my advice to you is to carry that same strength of character with you, but also remember to carve out space for your own dreams. You have spent so much time being the dependable anchor for those around you, which is such a beautiful gift. But as you go out in the world, make sure you invest in your own future with that same fierce dedication. Even as you move forward, know that you will always have your Ohana with you, whether it is in the comfort of your heart or literally right by your side because y'all going to Chapman and joining Kai. You are never walking alone. Keep choosing integrity. Look out for others and take bold leaps for yourself. You have already proven that you have the foundation to handle anything. Okay, who's next? Yes, Liam. Liam, oh Liam. Let's talk about growth. You have come such a long way since, when was that? The 5th grade? To be fair, 5th grade in general is a rough year. Just look at the 5th graders that we had this year. But this class has always been a heavily boy-dominated class. And, you know, Kayla, my sincerest sympathies. Yeah. When we look back at 5th grade, let's think about 5th grade. We had 3 girls. We had Macy, Halia, and Kayla, up against a powerhouse group of very energetic, passionate, lively, unique. Boys, we had Corey, Eli, Kevin, Liam, and Ariel. And then don't forget, we had Tamahere and Kelson and Eli S. I practiced it and now it's like, phew. And remember Micah? That year. That was when Liam joined us, and that was one fun one. Woo, they were a bunch. But Liam, to see how much you have grown from those chaotic days into the remarkable young man you are today is truly incredible. While you may not be competing for the top GPA, it was never from the lack of trying. I watched you push yourself to keep stride with these top achievers, both in the classroom and in the pool. I see your drive, but I also recognize the invisible, constant challenge you battle every day just to focus and get things done. While outsiders might misinterpret that struggle as laziness or lack of care, I know the truth. You're a good person with a resilient spirit, constantly trying to do better. I'm incredibly proud of your ambition to attend Temple University in Japan, choosing engineering. Was it engineering? No, what was it? Something mathy. Huh? Oh, wait a minute. What happened between last week and this week? Okay, so we're going back to psychology. Okay, all right, we're gonna talk about this later because I was gonna say, choosing engineering was a bold move, and I think we talked about that during the senior internship, especially since, math is not your strength. Okay, alrighty. Note to self, psychology. Okay, but anyways, back, Liam, work hard and refuse to be discouraged when things get tough. But remember, just as your interests obviously evolved from last week and this week, it's completely okay. Completely okay. Do you think I wanted to be a teacher when I was your age? Man, I don't know. And it's okay if your path shift again later. Changing your mind is never a sign of failure. It is a beautiful sign of growth. Keep pushing forward. And I am so proud of you. Jen and Sean, I'm gonna miss you more than words can say. You have been an absolute core of our school functions and a wonderful part of my personal life. Your friendship means the world to me. While today is a huge milestone for Liam, it is just a big one for you too. I know you will still come by to visit and help out, but it just won't be the same. But thank you for everything. Okay, I don't know. You like heaven. You think the same. I don't know. I forget. But I'm just going to go with Eli. Or is it Elijah Lee? Like, your mom knows what I'm talking about. She's laughing. I have watched you grow from a student who didn't know any English into an articulate, high-achieving young adult. Now you are off to UC San Diego, one of the most selective universities in the entire UC system, an achievement that even is made more remarkable and challenging to secure because you are an out-of-state resident. Myron, your Uncle Myron, Hawaii rope chain guy. I was talking to him about you guys. As he said, who is graduating? And he was like, how can you think about Eli without thinking about Kevin? True. So that's why it was kind of hard to write this, because a lot of the things that I want to say to you, Eli, also I want to say to Kevin, not because you're one and the same, but there's just so many things between you guys that go together. So I want to say this to both of you. I know it's a funny thing for a teacher to say to their students, but it's hard to put into words how much I appreciate always having the two of you in my corner. Mostly, I wouldn't want to admit this because it'll go to your heads and, you'll never let me live it down. But I will on your baccalaureate, admit that knowing I can count on you both has meant the world to me. Dr. Kelly actually shared a story about you two, and I admit that it means so much. And for that story, I would just say 4 words. And if you know, you know. If you don't, oh well. Big Island, airplane, and farts. And really, like, as silly as it may seem, it means so much. All the things we've been through, you know? All these years. Eli, as you head off to California, my biggest piece of advice to you is to trust the foundation you've built, but stay grounded. You are already proven that you can conquer huge hurdles, but as you enter this next level, don't get too confident. You know how Dr. Kelly would say, stay humble. Arrogance will not take you far. And the people who will be making decisions about your future and your career will not look kindly on it. Let your hard work and your results do the talking. Lean into the resilience you've always shown. Stay curious, stay determined, keep your humility, and remember that you already have everything you need to succeed. Can't have Eli without Kevin. Kevin, you. Your story is nothing short of incredible. To be away from your home and everything you've ever known at such a young age. And you did not just survive, but you absolutely thrived. It is crazy to think back, and it's amazing to have witnessed how far you have come. I want you to always remember that your family is right here. We will always be here for you. You are deeply loved, you are cared for, and blood does not make you family. Love and loyalty do. No matter where you end up, I am certain that one day you'll follow in the footsteps of your Hanai siblings and be back on campus to give an alumni speech. Where's Kiana? If I could give you one piece of advice for the road ahead, it's to remember that you don't always have to be the strong, independent one. You have spent years proving how resilient you are. But as you go out into the world, never be afraid to lean on the people who love you. Independence is a strength, but knowing when to accept support is a superpower. Think about how much you achieved academically and as an elite swimmer. And on stage, I still love sharing the story about how the sparkly silver high heels you wore and hairspray became my actual wedding shoes. Because of that, I feel like it's kind of ironic to say that you are leaving some big shoes to fill. Damon and Kelly, how do we let go of this one? You both did an absolutely amazing job raising him. Thank you for the profound generosity and care you have demonstrated by welcoming him in your home, into your family, and into the ARA Ohana. He simply would not be the wonderful person he is today. And with all of his incredible accomplishments and the bright future he has ahead, it wouldn't have been possible without your unconditional love and your lifelong guidance. Last thing about Kevin, when I was writing this, there was so many things that I wanted to say, but I couldn't. With all our distinguished guests, we can talk about those lovely memories later. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure we'll see you again because your heart will lead you back home. Kayla, we're going back now. Kayla, this is back in the day. Kayla, my very first memory of working with you was having you in my summer school class. There was a year when I felt kind of brave and decided to take the kindergarten and first grade for summer school. Honestly, working with you that summer completely fooled me into thinking I could actually handle that age group. No. It was you, Kayla. It was you, not me. I honestly can't believe you've been here since pre-K. Where did the time go? I watched you grow up from a tiny kid into a wonderful, accomplished young lady. You have come such a long way from the days of crying when you got a 97, 99, 98, 99.5. Yours crying because it wasn't 100? Yeah. I still think about the time when your mom told the story about you getting in a fight with another kid while at summer fun at some other school, not here. Yeah, that one. She got in a fight. She feisty. It always makes me smile because even though you seem so meek and gentle on the surface, you have this incredibly fierce, lively spirit hidden right there underneath. You're exceptionally talented, and to be honest, I was a bit sad that I didn't get to see you perform on stage this year. I completely understand that you needed a break, but please don't let your incredible talents just slip away. You have too much gift to keep hidden. Your patience and dedication have always been evident, especially when I watched you doing practically pixel by pixel editing on those projects in Eddie Y's class. But as you head out into the next chapter, my piece of advice for you is remember that life doesn't always have to be a perfect 100. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, get messy, step outside your comfort zone. Most importantly, make good choices. You know what is right, you know what is wrong, you know it deep down. Don't let anyone else steer you otherwise. True friends who genuinely care about you will never lead you astray. They are the ones who will hold you up and help you reach even higher. I also want to challenge you on something else. Never settle for second place just because you think someone else wants first more than you. It is incredibly kind to want to see others shine, but dimming your own light doesn't help them grow. True competition is a form of respect. It forces everyone to step up. You owe it to your own hard work, your own patience, and your own immense capabilities to play at your absolute highest level. Never apologize for your talent and never feel guilty for crossing the finish line first. Trust that fierce, lively spirit inside of you, Kayla. Because of all of your hard work, I am so relieved that you're finally graduating, if only so you can finally retire your computer. You put it through a lot. I'm so astounded that it's still holding on. Almost there. Oh, pretty much there. Yeah. Then we have Corey. Corey Casabar. Who could possibly be at ARA longer than someone who has been here at pre-K? Somebody who is here for 2 years of pre-K. Grade repeats at ARA are not uncommon, especially when we know that it gives a student that vital extra time to grow and mature so they can truly succeed academically, socially, and emotionally. In your case, it gave us the gift of having you around even longer. Your mom actually shared a picture with me of you and Kayla from all the way back in your kindergarten days. And trust, it will be in tomorrow's slideshow. I'm not gatekeeping that. I am sharing that to the world. Miss Kylie and I was looking at it, and it was funny because we were looking at you guys, and then we were looking in the back, and we were like, whoa, is that Ilana? Whoa, that's my elbow. No. But it's such a beautiful reminder of how astounding it is that not only did you grow up with us, but we all truly grew up together. I recently asked you, Corey, you've been here almost your entire life. What are you going to do now? Do you remember what you said? What did you say? He forget. Exactly. He said, I don't know. That is what he said. Corey, I want you to hear this clearly. It is completely okay not to know. Completely okay. You have spent your entire life in a familiar, structured environment, and stepping outside of it is bound to feel surreal. My piece of advice to you is to start this next chapter and embrace the unknown as an adventure rather than something to fear. You don't need to have the next 10 years mapped out today. Just take the next right step. Trust the foundation of maturity and resilience you have built right here, and give yourself the grace to figure it out as you go. Yes, your time on campus is wrapping up, but your growth doesn't stop here. You will continue to grow as an adult. Think of yourself as the lifelong learner. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never lose that wonderful spirit. You have grown into an incredible person, and the world has a place waiting just for you. Randy and Sione, thank you so much for trusting in us all of these years. You have been such a wonderful, quiet support in the background. I know that throughout Corey's tenure here at ARA, your family has gone through its own shares of ups and downs, and we're so incredibly proud to have been Corey's constant, and we are deeply honored that you allowed us to be that for him. Class of 2026, your achievements, both inside and outside the classroom, are a true testament of your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff, I want to express our deepest gratitude for allowing us to be a part of your journey. It has been an absolute honor and privilege to watch you grow into the remarkable individuals you are today. Congratulations, class of 2026. We wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, and we have every confidence that you will continue to achieve greatness wherever life may take you. Thank you.
That's a warning for those of you that will be graduating in the next few years. Just remember, she has a great memory, especially when it goes back that far with Corey. Like the surface of still water, evenings such as this invite us to pause, look back with gratitude, and reflect on the journey that has carried us here. This evening gives us a moment that is different from graduation. Commencement celebrates accomplishments and the exciting paths ahead. Baccalaureate invites us to pause more quietly and reflect on the journey that has brought us here. And the journey of the class of 2026 is a particularly special one. Each member of this graduating class has experienced the discipline of athletics. 7 of the 8 students began their journey together as members of the ARA swim team, training side by side in the water, learning early on that improvement rarely comes easily. Another member of the class joined later as a volleyball player, bringing the same spirit of commitment and teamwork. Anyone who has spent time in a pool knows something important about swimming. You rarely see progress while you are doing the work. Lap after lap may feel the same. The effort is quiet, steady, and sometimes exhausting. But over time, strength grows, endurance builds, and what once seemed difficult becomes possible. In many ways, education works the same way. Athletics teaches lessons that go far beyond competition. It teaches discipline, the willingness to show up when it would be easier not to. It teaches perseverance, the understanding that progress often comes slowly, one practice, one lap, one step at a time. And it teaches humility, the recognition that success is rarely achieved alone. Perhaps it's no coincidence that 5 members of this class are also part of the National Honor Society. The same habits that strengthen the body, commitment, focus, resilience, also strengthen the mind and character. But tonight we recognize that the greatest lessons learned here have not only taken place in classrooms or on athletic fields. They have been formed in quieter moments, in friendships that grew over years, in challenges that required courage, and the guidance of teachers, coaches, and families who believed in you even when the path ahead was uncertain. Education at its heart is about formation. It's about discovering not only what we can accomplish, but who we are becoming. Just like a long swim, the journey forward will not always feel easy. There will be moments when the distance ahead seems long and the water feels heavy. When those moments come, remember what you have already learned. Keep your rhythm, trust your training, and keep moving forward one stroke at a time. Swimmers often remind one another with a simple phrase, just keep swimming, and perhaps that is good advice for life as well. Keep moving forward with determination when challenges arise. Keep believing in the strength that has been built within you, and keep trusting that steady effort, faith, and perseverance will carry you farther than you might imagine today. Your time at ARA has helped shape not only what you know, but who you are becoming. And that, perhaps, is the greatest gift of education. Congratulations, class of 2026. At this time, we'd like to begin our candle lighting ceremony. We shall start with Talia. Okay, we invite the parents up to the stage as well.
So I haven't been at this school very long, as most of you know. This is my first year here, but it certainly does not feel like it. From the moment I walked in here in August, I have been welcomed with open arms and open hearts, and that's all I could ask for from a new school and new classmates. Every single one of my classmates have made me feel welcome and appreciated, and they have made this place my new home. I'm so thankful for them and their openness to me and their willingness to accept me as their newest classmate. To my teachers, I'm so grateful for you pushing me forward throughout this year. Through the emails and the back and forth and the talks after class, I'm so grateful for every single one of you. You have truly, truly had an impact on me this last year of high school. To Dr. Kelly and Miss Bailey, thank you so much for being my class counselors this year. You've truly pushed me and changed me as a person, and I'm so excited for our Japan trip this summer. To my parents, thank you so much for pushing me every single day of my life. You've been there through my ups and downs, and even when I didn't really want to go to school, you pushed me, and you've really shaped me into the person I am today. I couldn't ask for better parents. Every single thing you do and every single word you say is always helpful to me, and everything you do is for me, and I couldn't ask for anything else. I'm so grateful for you, and thank you. I love you very much.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Talia's dad, Sally. I just found out that I was supposed to speak like 10 minutes ago, so bear with me.
My bad.
And I don't check my emails, so. Man, it seems like just yesterday we were having her 8th grade graduation and everybody was coming to the house. And now here we are now, it's your graduation. You're about to be graduating to go to the next level. Man, time flies, and we're getting old. But I got to watch you grow every day, and while you have your mother's fiery intensity, I hope that I've been able to teach you some things as well. Every day, you know, your situation hasn't been easy, but I'm proud of you for always taking things with a grain of salt and always rolling with the punches. Your mom and I love you very much, and we're really proud of you.
So when I think about this past year, I don't just think about your senior year of high school. I think about the courage, resilience, strength, and the village we've created to get you here. I'm extremely grateful for the support that you found at ARA. The teachers, the staff, the families, and the friends that gave you a place where you could grow, try new things, and really become more confident in yourself. I think this year showed you something important, that growth happens when you're willing to step outside your comfort zone and trust yourself a little more each time. Starting at a brand new school, your senior year definitely wasn't easy, but you walked into it with an open mind, found your footing, and made the most of your experience. That takes courage. Not loud, attention-grabbing courage, but the kind that shows up early in the morning, tries something new, and keeps going even when things feel unfamiliar or weird. You've always been strong in a way that doesn't need attention, which is actually kind of surprising considering who your family is and how loud we are. But no matter how busy life got, your family has always been at the center of who you are. You love hard, you show up for people, your sisters look up to you, your grandparents are your best friends, and our family leans on you, and the people closest to you know how big your heart really is. Talia, I hope you know how proud we are of you, not just for graduating, but for the person you've become. You're strong, grounded, caring, and capable of so much more than you even realize right now. We can't wait to watch you step into your next chapter, chase your dreams, and one day serve and protect our country. So to remember, always keep God first, move with integrity and intention, and never, ever forget how much we love you.
My whole life, I've always had my sister right by my side, waking me up in the morning or saying goodnight to me before bed. So having to be alone for the next 4 years will definitely be hard on me. She is talented, strong, smart, and I don't know where I would be without her. I am beyond proud of how far she's made it, and I hope nothing but the best for her in college. I won't have anyone to go to the beach with, someone to talk about problems with me, but most importantly, I won't have my best friend. I hope college treats you well, and you still find time to call me every day. I love you.
Just want to say thank you, especially to my parents and my friends who have been with me since, just through everything, through the best and the worst parts of my life, and the growth that I've been through, and where they have taken me, and how they've taken me to places that I would never have dreamed of going by myself. I have seen things and done things that I thought were just never possible. I've traveled. I've gotten to meet so many amazing people here, see amazing things, and just I couldn't have done that without everybody here, without my coaches, my teachers, and my parents, without my amazing friends and how much they've supported me through just the struggles that I've been through in life, the things that I could never open up about with anybody else. People, they're like family to me, if not just family, and they've been there for me for however many years now, through countless things, through challenges, through celebrations, through swim meets, through missing my events, forgetting my equipment, through losing my things, through being late, through all of that stress. They've been nothing but supportive and kind. I wouldn't be the person I am today, or be going to the places that I'm going, and have the courage and the strength to do what I'm looking forward to doing and what I've done, if it weren't for them and everybody here. And I'd just like to say thank you.
Okay. I have my tissue here. You're going to show the picture. Okay. Good evening and congratulations to this year's senior class, and to you, Liam, the family and friends here to celebrate this joyful occasion, and all the faculty and staff who have poured your effort and hearts into getting these students to this special moment. It feels like yesterday when Liam was a new student beginning 5th grade here at American Renaissance Academy, and now here he sits on the threshold of adulthood. In the 4th grade, just before joining ARA, one of Liam's assignments was to use the letters of his first name to introduce himself. And this is what he chose: loud, intrigue, amazing, and magical. And while many of those words still ring true, the growth and maturity we've seen during his time at ARA definitely warrants an upgrade. So here we go. We're going to give him an upgrade.
L is for limitless. Liam, your capacity for growth and achievement is limitless. Remember when you demanded we buy you plain shirts only because you wanted to be a superhero and not wear a superhero? You noticed that none of your heroes were out fighting crime while wearing pictures of themselves, and instinctually grasped the difference between talking the talk and walking the walk. ARA is a place that demands you walk the walk. And every time you handled a tough assignment, dove into that cold early morning water for a hard Coach Kelly set, overcame performance jitters, or picked yourself up after a disappointment, you proved how capable, brave, and resilient you can be to all of us, and most importantly, to yourself. You will now wear this self-reliance, no cape required, into a future with infinite potential, and we are proud and excited to see the great things you'll do.
I is for insightful. Insight is about looking at the same world as everyone else, but noticing details, connections, and possibilities that others miss. When you first started to suspect Santa Claus wasn't real, I think it bothered me more than it did you. You were quick to reassure me, saying, "It's okay, Mom. I think Santa is just one of God's personalities." And that still blows me away. We're so grateful that the teachers here at ARA embraced and nurtured your questioning nature and unique perspective, describing you as a deep thinker with strong opinions and noting your keen and insightful view of the world in your latest report card. The ability to bring a fresh lens to complex problems is a valuable skill that will take you far. A is for articulate. You've always loved words. As an enthusiastic speaker from well before you turned one, a voracious reader with a truly impressive vocabulary, and in the last year or two as a confident and talented writer able to distill your thoughts in a way that's both succinct and persuasive. The combination of academics and performing arts here at ARA created a brave space where you found and developed your voice. You graduate with the tools to be a powerful communicator. Never doubt that your voice absolutely matters. Whether you're advocating for your community or expressing your personal truth, the thoughts, ideas, and stories you share have the power to create real change. Oh, we're not done.
Not done yet, sorry.
Almost.
M is for moving forward. Moving forward is also Liam's chosen senior quote. It represents celebrating failure as a learning opportunity, persevering through adversity, and letting go of regrets. Inspired by Walt Disney's own philosophy of continuous curiosity and innovation, keep moving forward is a simple yet profound. Hold on to this mindset as you move forward to the next phase of your journey, and remember to celebrate every brilliant failure.
Okay, one more, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, in closing, I'd like to sneak in one more L word, and it's love. And this one is for everyone here. Know that you are loved. Know that you're loved. There are so many L words associated with school: learning, lessons, lectures. But when I reflect on our time at ARA, what I will remember most is the love. Though sometimes tough, love has been present each and every day you've spent at ARA. From your teachers, coaches, faculty, all the families, and your friends. My hope for you, the class of 2026, and especially for you, is that you will hold fast to the love you've received here as you boldly step into your bright futures. Thank you.
Now we're done.
Now we're done.
Hello, my name is David, and I'd like to say hello, everyone. To the faculty and staff here at ARA, I would like to thank you for everything. You guys put up with a lot because of me and my classmates, but you all still showed up for us every single day. I appreciate you more than you know. I do want to take a moment to call out a few people specifically because they deserve their flowers. Coach Kelly, thank you for challenging me in ways I didn't always appreciate in the moment. Your health class pushed me to think harder and show up more prepared. You didn't let me slide, and because of that, I'm a better student and a better person. Coach Damon, you gave me something I didn't know I needed: confidence. Through swim, you helped me believe in myself in a way that carried into every other area of my life. Thank you for seeing something in me and pulling it out. Mrs. Margaret, I won't I won't act like all those assignments didn't have me stressed out, but looking back, every single one of them prepared me for what's next. You pushed me toward my future when I didn't fully know what it looked like yet. Thank you for not letting me settle. And then to my two brothers, Karsten and Cash, I love you both. Karsten, you were there for me when things got hard and without any questions asked. Just knowing you had my back kept me going more times than you probably know. Cash, you always kept it real with me, blunt and honest, never telling me what I wanted to hear, only what I needed to hear. I needed that more than anything. You two are everything to me. And then my mom, Nessa. Where do I even start? You were a mother to me in the moments when things were hard and I went without. You never let me feel alone. You showed me love every single time, and I carry that with me everywhere I go. This one's for you. And then Dad. Thank you for keeping me in check when I needed it most. You stayed on me, held me accountable, and never let me get too comfortable. I'm so glad you did. This is for you too. And then, finally, to my friends. Thank you for all being in my corner through all these 4 years. Whether you helped me study, hyped me up, or cheered me up when I was doubting myself, you always kept me in check on those rough days. It meant everything. You guys are real ones. I'm standing here today because of this entire village around me. I don't take a single one of you for granted. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that we did it.
I just want to thank you guys for keeping both of them safe. First and foremost, as a parent, you're just so worried like half the time. And really, it's among all the things that you did for them at the baseline, I knew they were safe. I didn't have to worry when they were here. And I just really want to thank you for that, most of all. So, David, graduation, it's a lot like the final game of a long 163-game baseball season. If you haven't noticed, we're kind of Giants fans, so it's a down year, but bear with us. For years, you've stepped up to the plate facing challenges, pressure, setbacks, and expectations. Some innings came easy, and others tested everything you had. There were moments you struck out, like the Marlins that one year. Moments you doubted yourself, and moments when the game went a lot longer than what you expected. But through it all, you kept showing up. You just kept swinging. You kept running through every catcher life put in front of you. And when you were younger, the game was much, much simpler than it is. It's a lot tougher now. It was about excitement, learning the rules, hearing your name called, and your walk-up songs, Ozzy, and dreaming about what could someday be possible. As the years passed, the field got bigger, the competition got tougher, and then the stakes got more real. But there was one time I remember that made me especially proud, and it's probably not the one you're thinking of, but when you won that creative writing contest and you had to go to state and all this in California, the speaker had to do some fill-in time, and so he was just asking the kids like random questions. He was kind of nervous, didn't know what, and he was like, "Oh, what's your favorite color?" And red, blue. I mean, that's what they were doing. And David stood up and said, "Orange and black," and he looked right at me. And for that made me really proud. High school was much the same. What started as a nervous freshman stepping into unfamiliar territory out here, slowly you became a young man and you were learning how to handle responsibility, pressure, friendships, disappointments, victories, and growth. And high school was never just about the scoreboard for you. A lot of kids were partying and having fun in the pool after their junior year, but you decided to go to boot camp. And that makes me incredibly proud. You're doing more. And that's what life is all about, doing more. Just keep doing more. I cannot wait to go to the ball game, Military Appreciation Week, when they say stand and be recognized. And I'm going to be sitting next to you and your brother. It's choice. And it's going to be one of my proudest moments. Anyway. High school was about learning discipline, and during the early practices, perseverance during the losing streaks, humility in the victories, and character when nobody was watching from the stands, even though I was almost every single time. Every late night studying, every difficult decision, every obstacle, every lesson learned, even the painful ones became part of the player and the man you're becoming today. And baseball teaches you that not every pitch is going to be juicy. Sometimes life throws curveballs you never saw coming. Sometimes you have to dig deep just to keep your head in the game. But the greatest players are not remembered because they never failed. They're remembered because they refused to quit. And that's what makes us so proud of you. Your journey hasn't been defined by perfection. It's been defined by resilience, heart, and determination. Now here you are standing on third base, looking toward home plate. And graduation isn't the end of the game, it's just the moment you touch home after a long journey around the diamond. The crowd sees the moment, but they don't always see the countless frustrations you endured to get here. Your family does. We saw the effort, the growth, the maturity, and the courage it took to keep moving forward, even during the difficult innings. And just like baseball, life after graduation will bring new teams, new stadiums, and entirely new challenges. There'll be seasons where everything clicks and seasons where you'll have to fight through adversity. There'll be moments you hit home runs and moments you strike out looking, hopefully not too many. But never forget, never ever forget this, David. One bad inning never defines the game. And one setback never defines a man. As you move into this next chapter, keep your eye on the ball. Trust your preparation, respect your teammates, lead with integrity, stay humble in victory, and determined in adversity. Run hard through every catcher life gives you, because effort and character will always matter more than statistics on a scoreboard. Most importantly, know this: no matter where life's game takes you, you will never step onto that field alone. Your family will always be in your dugout, cheering for you in the victories, encouraging you through the struggles, and believing in you even on the days you may doubt yourself. So congratulations, David. The season may be ending, but your biggest opportunities are still ahead of you. The lights are coming on, the crowd is rising, and your next season is just beginning. Go Giants.
I didn't think I would be up here speaking. I kind of forgot how scary it was being up here. I just wanted to say, I don't have a speech, which I'm really sorry, Dave, but I just wanted to say I can't really put into words how proud I am of you. And I'll say it again over and over, but you are my best friend for life. And I'm so incredibly proud to see you become this man that keeps striving every day. And I can't wait to see the life path that you'll carry on. And I know that I don't have anything to worry about you because you are a fighter and you will always strive until you get what you want. And I think I look up to you so many ways because of that. So I love you, Dave, and congratulations, Dave. So.
4 years ago, all of us went into high school with uncertainty, focusing on getting those good grades, developing friendships, and finding your confidence. For some of us, these memories go a decade back to lower school. We grew up together, saw each other at our highs and lows, and even watched each other change over the years. For me, I've been here at the school since I was basically born. Graduating felt so far away that it almost didn't seem real. Those long, fatiguing nights with swim practice at the back of our minds, Mrs. Bailey's haunting senior requirements, and Mr. Tino's intimidating exams proved our resilience here tonight, that we all made it together. Everyone here may face a challenge that others may never fully understand. Some of us struggled academically, personally, and even the ones who silently carried pressures outside of the school while still showing up every day. To the swimmers like me, waking up before sunrise, the initial dive into the pool at every practice, and the ability to psych yourself into pushing yourself regardless how you felt, but because you knew that growth comes from these moments that test us the most. As we prepare to go beyond ARA, many of us are going to go our separate ways, and that's okay. The future is what you make of it. Truthfully, none of us have all figured out all the answers. I want to deeply thank Dr. Kelly and Coach Damon for your relentless support and dedication to the Academy and how it has molded me since childhood. And Dad, I can't thank you enough for the amount you sacrificed for my education. And Mom, you cared for me to a day-to-day basis when moments were difficult, which I owe you to really big time. For all the teachers who put their heart into my education, you are deeply heard. And to my peers, who some I consider family, the memories we built forever last a lifetime. So to the class of 2026, wherever our path down the road takes us, please continue to lead with resilience, integrity, and curiosity. Once a Griffin and forever one. Congratulations, class of 2026, and thank you.
Aloha. First, I'd like to acknowledge everyone here tonight. Our family, friends, school faculties, and ARA senior parents. Mahalo, Dr. Kelly, Coach Damien, Mrs. Bailey, past and present teachers and coaches. And I'm going to name the teachers. Mr. Cords, Mr. Tino, Ms. Mo, Coach Paul, and Coach Mark. We've heard your names during many conversations with our son Corey, who only spoke good things about you. Your names haven't gone unnoticed. You are the reason why he is here where he is at today. You all brought out the best in him. Today is a day we never thought would never come. Maybe now we wish we didn't, because this is it. Literally, where did the time go? Just like a blink of an eye. As we look back and reminisce the good old memories at American Renaissance Academy, all of a sudden it's quiet. Corey started preschool as a 4-year-old, which was around 2011, 2012. So imagine that. He is one of the original first few students beside Kayla, who is also a senior to attend ARA. These two have stand the test of time. Time has really flown by steadfast and quickly for both of them, and now graduating as high school seniors. Corey's former teacher included Miss Candy, Miss Kylie, which I've seen her family grow, and Miss Wendy. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. Miss Wendy, we would call her Corey's ARA mom, who was always there to support us whenever we had to watch or reach out to her. She made things happen, and we could always rely on her. So mahalo, Miss Wendy. Under Miss Kylie's wing, some of the few highlights that I would like to point out. Corey's first artwork, which resulted in a hardbound book that only a few made the finals. Of course, as a #1 fan of his, I ordered several books as a keepsake. I even have his drawings during pre-K lined up in our hallway at home and called it Corey's Art Wall of Fame. To being selected and a member of the National Honor Society, Corey, we could not be more proud than what you have shown in your ability to be a part of this prestige accomplishment. In fact, my hubby and I, we fought over the NHS stickers to see who would put it on our cards. But the ultimate highlight of them all, Corey being a part of the American Renaissance Academy swim team. I've seen him grow from a small kid just testing the water into a confident, avid, competitive swimmer, of having no fear of the water. The perseverance, dedication, hard work, getting up early, really paid off. And when Corey got his driver license, that he could drive himself to swim practice, I actually felt the loss. But of course, that was short-lived. And did you know that ARA has the most beautiful sunrise, sunset? I've sat in my car looking at it, reminiscing the days, and I've got pictures to prove it. It's just so beautiful. The travel adventures Corey had with coaches, parents, and teammates will be a lifetime memories he will take in his heart. The trips together taught him invaluable lessons to help team member when in need, respecting the culture, the people, and it opened his eyes. A humbling experience that he will cherish forever. I often reminded Corey that everything he did was mind over matter. I keep repeating that over to him. It was easy for me to say that, but I knew deep down he had that can-do attitude. He bulldozed forward even when at times it became tough. He could overcome anything he put his mind to, and things eventually would come together. And he did it. He surpassed all doubts and obstacles in his path with excellence and amazing grace. With this said, I also challenge you, ARA senior students, to do the same. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and every one of you for a job well done. As the saying goes, even on hard days, remain grounded. Give yourself grace where life feels heavy. Respond with clarity instead of overwhelm. Stay present and kind, and trust your strength to carry you forward one steady step at a time. As I end this important phase of Corey's journey as a senior, Corey and the ARA seniors, whatever you face today or tomorrow, be met with confidence and trust in the best outcome. Let your strength rise above fear, and let moving forward become your greatest blessing. Go find your niche and go where you are needed. We love you, Corey. We love you, ARA. Mahalo.
I just want to say thank you to American Renaissance Academy, Coach Kaylee, Coach Damien, Dr. Kelly. Putting him in this school was the best decision I ever made in my entire life. We left our most prized possession, our infant son, in your hands, and you guys have exceeded all expectations. I couldn't have asked for more. I mean, just seeing who he's become with your folks' guidance and teaching, it just amazes me. And I'm forever thankful for that, because he just blows my mind. I told him stories when I was in the 9th grade, and I told my dad, "Dad, I want a car." He goes, "Son, you want a car?" He was a Marine. Huh? "You want a car? Go buy one car." So I built a car in my 9th grade, piece by piece, and then drove it to school, high school, 10th grade. And I thought that was, whoa, this kid blew my mind. Didn't know how to swim, took swimming lessons right up the road from our house at the YMCA. Next thing I know, he's, trying out for the swim team, and he made it. And I said, "Son, you surpassed me, man. That was awesome." But I'm forever thankful. And you guys will always be a part of our family. And I just want to let you know, if you need anything in the future, if you need classic cars, hot rods out here, you need a horse, you need a trailer for a float, call me. I'll be there for anything you need. Oh, yes, anything you need, you got it. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Words cannot describe how proud I am of my son, knowing that now he can go off into the world, chase his dreams, and accomplish anything he wants, thanks to you and ARA. Thank you so much.
Quarter 2, October of 2021 was when I came to ARA. And now I'm here graduating, so time really does fly. ARA has prepared for me and life after high school in ways I didn't fully realize until now. The rigor of the school pushed me to stay disciplined, manage my time wisely, and keep going even when things felt overwhelming. Because of that, I feel more ready to handle the challenges that come after graduation. The teachers and staff at ARA had a strong positive impact on my high school life. They pushed me to do the best while supporting me along the way. Because of their guidance and the environment at ARA, I feel confident in the path I am taking and prepared for what's to come next. As I look ahead to college at Chapman, I feel ready because of the foundation ARA has given me. I know the workload and expectations will be challenging and hard, but I've already experienced that here with the amount that we do. ARA has helped me build the mindset and the work ethic I will need to succeed in college and continue growing. I also want to recognize my swim coaches for the impact they had on me during ARA. They taught me discipline, consistency, and how to push through both physical and mental challenges. Those lessons went beyond the pool and helped me shape the person who I am today. And I'll carry them with me into college and beyond. And one memory that I have that always stuck with me for the amount of time till now is Coach Damon, sophomore year, short course season. And it's a difficult practice, really hard. But what made this one so special was that it was dark, raining hard, and very little people on the deck. It was me and a couple of the other guys on deck. And what made that practice stick out to me is that we're going overtime. So even though practice ends at 6:30, we're still going overtime. And in that moment, I wanted to quit and I just wanted to go home. But having Coach Damon there use his time and effort, even though he could have gone home, really made me think that there's other people that believe in me that can get me through hard times. And I really appreciate that. And to my brothers in the back, when I leave for college, you will have big shoes to fill. So do it loud and proud for me. And the thing I want to end off with is, it's unfortunate that this person couldn't be here today, but he would always say through the year, what legacy will you leave behind? And I wouldn't be able to answer that until now that I've gone through my high school life. And to answer that question, I want to be remembered as a smart, hardworking student that can be inspired to many of the young ARA students to not just be like me, but be better. So thank you so much for your time.
Before we start, you forgot to tell your brothers don't break your Legos when you leave to college. And also, you can breathe now because I'm not going to roast you. Good evening, everyone. They say a firstborn son is a reflection of his mother. Loving, caring, generous, and yes, a little stubborn. Looking at Dom today, I see all of those traits and more. Maybe the stubbornness comes from his dad. But we couldn't be prouder of the young man he has become. Since he was a little boy, Dom has always been a force of nature. He has this incredible energy, motivation, and a positive attitude towards everything life throws at him. And as many of you here probably know, he's always, without fail, the very first one on the dance floor. Whether it was in sports, academics, or facing life's daily challenges, that same vibrant spirit meant he always found a way to adapt to adversity and rise above. Dom, I know you know that your mother and I were extra tough on you growing up. We had to be, because we needed you to set the standard for your brothers. You have exceeded every expectations we ever had, and watching you bring that unmatched energy and personal growth to ARA has been an absolute joy. Because of the inner drive, resilience, and solid foundation Dom built here, we have absolute confidence in him as he steps into this next chapter. Dom, we're so excited for you. We know that the same dedication you've shown here will carry you through your mathematics and engineering program, and we are entirely confident that you are going to thrive at Chapman University and beyond. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and we are so deeply grateful for the village we found here. We want to truly thank all of ARA staff, Dom's classmates, friends, teammates, swim parents, and all of Dom's incredible teachers and coaches from over the years for the immense support and care they've given him. A special thank you to my family, my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law that made it all the way back, all the way here from mainland. And a special thank you to Miss Bailey, Mrs. Bailey, Mrs. Wendy, where you at, right there, Coach Damon, and Dr. Kelly. Your mentoring and guidance have meant to the world to our family. The American Renaissance Academy isn't just a school to us. It is truly Ohana. Thank you all for partnering with us to help Dom reach his goals. Congratulations, class of 2026. Congratulations, Dom. Keep shining, keep smiling, keep swimming, and never stop dancing. We love you. Thank you. Good job.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to start off by saying that going to this school is one of the best things that has ever happened to me. It has allowed me to form incredible bonds with the students and teachers and has provided me with more opportunities than I could ever ask for. Just thinking about the sheer amount of love, care, and hard work put into this school by everyone reminds me every day of why I have attended the school for 14 years. When I was younger, I was a shy little girl who was barely able to make friends, but once I entered these school doors, it provided me with an environment to flourish and be myself. Growing up in this school showed me that I didn't just have one family. But I had another that I could always run back to. This school isn't just education to me, but rather something that brings happiness, joy, and laughter into my life. Knowing this, I would like to thank my parents, because I couldn't have done it without their constant love and support. I will forever be grateful for all the sacrifices you've made for the family. No matter how rough the times were, and you've been there for my highs and lows, and I know I can always count on you guys to be there for me when I need it most. You've provided me with the best life I could have ever asked for, and I wouldn't change a thing. I love you guys so much, and thank you for everything. Next, I would like to thank Miley and Kai. I know we fight sometimes, but that doesn't change my love for you. You guys are basically my first friends, and I will always remember the fun memories we've built growing up. You've been there with me through every milestone in my life, and I'm glad you were the ones there. Next, I would like to thank Coach Kelly and Coach Damon for being such amazing mentors. They have always felt like my second parents and always make sure that I am taken care of. They always push me past my limits and somehow always know what's best for me, even when I don't know it at the moment. Thank you, Coach Kelly and Coach Damon, for guiding me down the right path and keeping me in check. Finally, I would like to thank my friends, especially Leanne. No matter what, you guys are always there for me, and I will always be there for you. You guys have seen me at my highs and lows, and still somehow accept me as I am. You guys are the reason why I'm excited to wake up and come to school every day, and you give me the motivation and strength to get me through anything. You guys aren't just my friends, but are also my inspirations, and even if you don't know it, I really look up to you guys. Just the thought of all of us going our separate ways in life breaks my heart, because we have basically grown up together. Even though we will have to part soon, I will always remember and cherish the amazing memories I've made with you guys. And thank you guys for always making me feel loved and wanted. Overall, the thought of me graduating tomorrow is absolutely unfathomable, and I don't think I will ever be able to fully process it. But I will always remember, love, and cherish the memories that I've made at this amazing school. Thank you, ARA, for giving me a second family and home. I will miss you all very much. Thank you.
Kayla. Today, as we celebrate this important milestone, we're filled with so much gratitude, pride, and love. Watching you grow from a shy little girl in pre-K at American Renaissance Academy into this confident, talented, and compassionate young woman you are today has been one of the greatest blessings of our lives. From the very beginning, ARA became more than just a school. It became a place that nurtured your heart, challenged your mind, and helped shape your character. Through the school's curriculum and the countless loving and supportive teachers who walked alongside you throughout the years, you slowly blossomed into someone truly remarkable. We're forever thankful for every teacher, mentor, coach who poured into your life and helped guide you along the way. Swimming has also played such a powerful role in shaping who you are. Since kindergarten, you have dedicated yourself to the sport and incredible discipline and determination. Through early mornings, long practices, difficult races, and moments of triumph, swimming taught you lessons far beyond the pool. It taught you dedication, focus, drive, persistence, perseverance, teamwork, humility, and self-evaluation. These habits and values have become part of who you are and have helped you mold you into the strong and well-rounded young woman standing before us today. We're especially grateful for Coach Kelly and Coach Damon, whose encouragement, leadership, and belief in you helped guide you into becoming not only an outstanding swimmer, but also a confident athlete and teammate. Because of your hard work and their support, you will now continue your swimming journey at Chapman University, an accomplishment we could not be more proud of. Almost there. Through swimming, you were also given the incredible opportunity to see the world, competing across the United States and internationally in places like Japan, Brazil, Bahrain, allowed you to experience different cultures, build friendships, and grow in ways that cannot be taught in a classroom. Those experiences have broadened your perspective and prepared you for the next chapter ahead. But your talents did not stop at athletics. You also found your voice and confidence through dance, singing, and acting. From your many award-winning ballet and lyrical jazz performances to your lead roles in school musicals, we watched you step onto stages with grace, courage, and passion. You continue pushing yourself by participating in competitions outside of school, always striving to grow your performance art talents even further.
All I have to say is wow. I would have never thought this day would have come. Since preschool, dropping off your first day, Kayla walks in, she's like, oh, the cutest ever. But what an amazing journey. To the graduating class, you guys, I'm gonna miss you guys. You guys are great. Had tons of laughs, great times up at the farm, camping. You guys are just, all you guys are awesome. So I wish you the best of luck with your journey. And it's been an amazing time. But speaking of the journey, God, every part of the journey has mattered to us, Kayla. Every success and every failure, every joyful moment and every tearful one. Every challenge, every lesson, every victory, and every setback has shaped you into the beautiful young woman you are today. We want you to know how proud of you are, we are. Sorry, misread. But proud of you, who you were, proud of you, who you are now, and proud of you, who you will continue to become. As you begin this next chapter of life, we hope you step into it with excitement and confidence. Be curious, continue learning, stay humble and grateful. Crave adventure. That's important. The world is truly in your hands, and we cannot wait to see all that is waiting for you out there. And as you go, always remember this: no matter how far you travel, no matter how many goals you achieve, and no matter where life leads you, you'll always have a place that is yours. A place where you are loved beyond measure, believed in without question, and supported without end. If you ever doubt yourself, borrow our eyes for a moment. See what we see. A young woman of strength, grace, and incredible light. You have already made us prouder than words could ever fully express, and that pride will never fade, not for a single day of your life. So go forward, live boldly, love deeply, swim fast, dance freely, laugh loudly, and never forget that you are and always will be one of our greatest joys. Congratulations, we love you forever.
Good evening, everyone. As an international student, I still remember how hard it was when I first arrived. I didn't speak the language, and every day felt like a challenge. But over time, this community became my home. My swim team became a place of comfort, and through it, I grew stronger in every way. It was truly one of the biggest blessings that ever happened in my life. Thank you to all the aunties and uncles, other known as my classmates' parents, who saw me as more than just a friend of their children. You took the time to teach me and guide me and show me what it truly means to belong. For that, I will always be grateful. And to my teachers, thank you not only for educating me, but for guiding me. You kept me on the path I was meant to be on. Even during moments when I felt lost, you were more than teachers. You were mentors, role models, and adults I knew I can lean on. Thank you for your patience, wisdom, and belief in me. Next, I want to thank my parents. Words can't fully describe how much you've done for me. You show me love like I've never experienced before through your fatherly and motherly love, guidance, and support. I was able to become the man I am today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And to my siblings, thank you for being the great role models I've always looked up to. Thank you for always keeping me grounded, even if that sometimes meant telling me when I was being stupid. Thank you for the laughters, the honesty, and the memories we've shared. You've shaped me more than you probably realize, and I'm so grateful to have grown up with you by my side. And lastly, thank you to every single person in this room. Every conversation, every piece of advice, and every act of kindness helped me mold into the man that I am today. I will carry that with me for the rest of my life. I love you guys all. I love you, my classmates, Talia, Liam, David, Corey, Dom, Kayla, and Eli. And thank you.
Good evening, faculty, families, parents, Ohana, and of course, class of 2026. Tonight, I have the rare privilege of standing before you, not just as a member of the Academy's community, but as a father. And I want to speak directly to one young man in particular, my son, Kevin, you. Kevin, this is for you. Many of you know Kevin as a teammate, a classmate, and a friend, but let me tell you the story that most of you have never heard. It begins halfway around the world in South Korea, where a little boy boarded a plane, crossed the ocean, and arrived here at the American Renaissance Academy in the 2nd grade. He was small, he was brave, and he couldn't barely speak a word of English. It's true. He came with a group of Korean kids that we would bring over for periods of 3 to 8 weeks. And they would attend the school and see what it's like to be immersed into a U.S. academy. Kevin and Eli were present then. And they both decided to come back and enroll full time. Think about that for a moment. Most of us struggle to walk into a new school where we already know the language, already know the culture. Kevin walked in knowing neither, and he showed up anyways. He didn't shrink. He didn't hide. He sat down at those desks, and he got to work. For the first year, Kevin was welcomed into the homes of the academy families who opened their doors, their dinner tables, their lives to a young boy still finding his footing in foreign soil. To those families, Kelly and I want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. You gave our son a foundation when he needed it the most. Then came fourth grade. Kevin moved in with us. And I want to be honest with that tonight. I wasn't entirely sure what that would look like. You never are, but what I can tell you is that it didn't take long before what it looked like was simply Ohana. It was our family. Kevin became a little brother to our 4 children. He sat at our table. He was part of our chaos, our laughter, our traditions, and yes, our expectations. Because our family, if it stands for anything, it stands for excellence. We don't ask our children to be perfect. We ask them to be relentless. And Kevin, you have to know those are big shoes to walk into. Our children have always known that mediocrity is not on the menu in our household. And when you come to live with us, we didn't lower that standard. We held to it because you are one of ours. And holding that standard was the most loving thing we could do for you. By the time the world shut down in 2020, by the time COVID locked us up in the 4 walls, there was no question in any of our minds. Kevin was our son. Full stop. Not a guess, not a student, our son. And those years that followed tested all of us. But I watched Kevin do something in that season that I'll never forget. He didn't drift. He didn't unravel. He leaned in to his studies, to his training in the pool, to becoming the young man that I'm looking at tonight. Kevin, the discipline you showed in the water, the hours, the early mornings, the refusal to quit, that wasn't just athletic training, as you all know over here that been coached under me. That was character training. Every lap you swam was a lap towards who you were becoming. And what you're becoming, son, is someone your mother and I are profoundly proud of. You came to this island not knowing the language. You left knowing yourself. You came as a visitor. You leave as a graduate, a son, and a brother. You came with potential. You leave with a proven track record of rising, to every challenge placed before you. Tomorrow, a new chapter begins, graduation. Then the Chapman University is waiting for you, and a few of you over there as well. And let me tell you, Kevin and fellow students, they don't know it yet, but they are lucky to have you walking through their doors. You carry with you the grit of a boy who crossed the oceans, the resilience of someone who built a life twice, once in Korea and once right here in these islands. The work ethic of an athlete who carries and earns every second of those best times, and the heart of a young man raised in a family that loves him completely and without condition. Go there and compete. Go there and connect. Go there and grow. Beyond what you're taught, beyond what even think you are capable of right now. Go there and be your best. Be the champion that you are. But always remember where you come from. Always remember the academy that believed in you when you were 7 years old and barely found the words to ask for help. Always remember the family that hosted you. Always remember Kelly, your mom, who never once treated you as anything other than her child. And remember that you have your 4 brothers and sisters watching everything you do. Kevin, you, my son, this family could not be more proud of you. Now go into the world and make something of it. Mahalo.
Well, most of you guys are going to hear my speech tomorrow, but I guess I'll make this one a little special for Kevin. And I didn't have anything prepared, so I'm just going to speak from the heart. You just heard Kevin's whole story, but I grew up and I never knew that one day I was going to have a little brother. Then I didn't realize it, but I'm going to share just a moment today. I was in the car with Kevin and we were driving to White Plains and I was taking his grad photos. Of course, it's last minute because he didn't have it planned, and that's okay. I still love him, and that's just Kevin. But he was practicing his potential speech in the car with me today, and it brought me to tears. And normally I don't cry in front of Kevin because it'll go to his head, and he'll be too arrogant, and he'll think less of me. But I cried. I did. And it brought me back to the time when we got to work together in our school play, and he was my mom in the play. And it was our first year living together, and this is when Kevin would put wet dishes away in the cupboards, and then I would get in trouble because I didn't teach Kevin how to do chores right. And I was like, this little brother thing was just too much. And I was thinking about us practicing our lines and getting ready to perform in front of the school the next day, and how I couldn't let Kevin embarrass me. And that goes to show how we have always pushed each other. And believe it or not, you always pushed me, whether that was to be a better person, to be a better sister, to be a better swimmer. You mean so much to me, and I love you so much. And I'm so excited that you're going to Chapman. And pause up forever. And you're going to do great things, and you're going to be such a gift to the world. And you know, I'm so proud to be your sister. And yeah, I love you.
I'll keep it really short because I'm so sorry. I know it's a long evening. You'd never think with just this many graduates that it would go this long. But it is truly a testament that we all love them so much. And when Kevin came to us, like Damon was saying, you know, I thought, well, he's going to stay with us for a little bit, and then he'll probably find another family that he'd like to live with. And it was hard for me because I get really attached, as you guys know. And I started getting really attached. And then he seemed to like it. And so I just couldn't help but, our 4 kids are, I couldn't love them anymore. And even though I didn't give birth to Kevin, I couldn't love him anymore than if I had. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm sorry you have to live up to your siblings, but I know you're going to either meet them there. You have a doctor, a couple of lawyers, an MBA. I don't know. What are you going to do? You're probably going to surpass them. I'm so excited to see what you do, and I'm so excited to be there in the stands and cheer for you as not your coach, but as mom. So I love you. Thank you.
There is one thing that I wanted to tell the graduates that I was going to do at the beginning, but I knew if I went there, I was going to have a rough time trying to finish. And it's a Hawaiian healing prayer. And I want you to take this with you because it's a way to release and allow yourself to be healed as you go on your journeys. It's very simple. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Mahalo. When you find rough times, when you find negative thoughts, when you go into those places where you just have to release and get back to the present moment, the I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, mahalo, will do great things in bringing you there and help you along your path in the future. I love you all, class of 2026. I know I was tough on a lot of you, but it was because I was preparing you for the future, and the future is bright for all of you. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. To the faculty, families, coaches, and friends gathered here today, thank you. Those 2 words feel small for everything you've given me. But I mean, getting to this moment was never a solo journey. It was built on the patience of teachers who believed in me before I believed in myself, on the sacrifices of family members who gave up their life and come to a foreign country so I could have every opportunity, and on the friends who pushed me, challenged me, and walked beside me through every late night and test preparation. I would not be standing here without each and one of y'all. But beyond the support, what I carry with me most are the lessons. Teachers who taught me curiosity is more valuable than certainty. The coaches who showed me that failure isn't opposite of success. It's a part of the path. The people in my life who taught me kindness, discipline, and compassion, not by telling me to have those things, but by living them. Those lessons shaped me in ways I am still discovering. And that's what excites me the most about what comes next, the discovery. I'm stepping into the world full of unknown, and instead of fear, I feel ready. Because ARA gave me a strong foundation. I've been shown what courage looks like, what generosity looks like, what it means to show up for others and for yourself. So to everyone who helped me get here, this moment belongs to you. Thank you, and I love you all.
So my mom here, she wrote her speech in Korean. I'll be reading the translated version on her behalf. Yeah. It's been 12 years since Eli came to ARA. Those 12 years were not easy, but the senior year especially was one of the toughest. Thank you so much to Coach Kelly, Coach Damon, all the teachers and families of ARA, making second home for Eli and me too. Eli, this is message from your mom. I'm reading it for her. My forever son, Eli, you have always been such a warm and thoughtful person, someone who noticed my days, comfort my tired heart, and brings light into my life. Congratulations on your high school graduation, which is now just one day away. When I look back on the years we've shared, we have laughed, cried, and created so many precious memories and experiences together. In life, everyone faces both success and failure. What matters the most is how you endure those moments and continue forward. With your wisdom and character, I believe you will overcome whatever challenges come your way. As you step into this big new world, you may face failures before successes at times, but through meaningful conversations with those who have more experience and through your own wisdom and strength, I know you will navigate life well. In just a few months, you will begin a new chapter in college, and as always, I will be cheering you on every step of the way. Like I was with your sister, I know I will worry because that is what mothers do, but I also know you will work hard and do well. I pray that your college years will be filled with more joy, laughter, growth, and happiness. Most importantly, I hope you always stay healthy in both body and mind. My son, a mother's love is far greater than words could ever express. I love you so, so much, always and forever. I didn't know I had to write a speech, so I don't have a speech. Congrats.
Okay, so we are going to start our senior candle lighting ceremony. So graduates, if you could please gather around the table and go ahead and pick up one of the candles. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to go ahead, each of you will have a candle, and you will take the flame onto your candle from, let's go, 2 at a time maybe. Hopefully the wicks are long enough. Good job, and you can pass it on down the line. At your junior ring ceremony, we asked you to pause and make a wish for your future selves as you stepped into your roles as upperclassmen and women. At that moment, it marked the beginning of your final chapters at ARA. Tonight, we ask you to pause once more. As you take light from the candles before you, let this flame represent all that has been poured into you, the love of your families, the guidance of your teachers, the discipline of your coaches, and the friendships of your classmates, and the lessons you have learned along the way. The light is not meant to stay here. It is meant to be carried forward with you all. So tonight, as you hold your candle, make a wish for your future self, not just for what you have hoped to accomplish, but for the person you hope to become. Wish for courage when the path is uncertain. Wish for strength when life becomes difficult. Wish for humility in success, resilience in disappointment, and gratitude in every season. And as your candles are lit, may you remember that you do not leave ARA empty-handed. You leave carrying light, the light of your family, your school, your memories, your hard work, and your dreams. Carry it well, share it generously, and let it guide you home wherever life may take you. And as always, we will be here waiting to hear all the wonderful new adventures and stories that you have shared with me through the years. We look forward to hearing your next chapters. So take a moment, and on the count of 3, I'll go ahead and have you guys all go together and share your light to the last candle that is not lit. So take a moment. 1, 2, 3, and let's light that candle together. Everybody put their flame Nice picture moment there. Did you get it? Watch your gowns. It's okay, guys. It's all good. Okay, let's on three. Blow out your candles. 1, 2, 3. There you go. You can place them right there. We have our closing remarks from Mrs. Margaret Bailey. Thank you. Graduates, you can take a seat.
As this beautiful evening draws to a close, may we carry with us the spirit of reflection, gratitude, and celebration that has filled this gathering. Tonight, we honored not only academic achievement, but the heart, character, perseverance, and journey of the remarkable young men and women of the class of 2026. Before the celebration of tomorrow evening's commencement ceremony, the class of 2026 will begin their graduation day together in a more personal and reflective way. Gathered for the annual senior breakfast at the Kapolei Golf Course Restaurant, surrounded by the beauty of the morning and the company of classmates, advisors, the chairman of the board, and the CEO and head of school, our seniors will share one final moment together as the class before officially becoming graduates of American Renaissance Academy. This cherished tradition provides an opportunity to pause amid the excitement of graduation day, to reflect on friendships formed, memories created, challenges overcome, and the journey that has brought them to this milestone moment. It is a time filled with laughter, gratitude, reflection, and anticipation of all that lies ahead. As the sun rises on their final day as ARA seniors, the breakfast serves as a meaningful reminder that while tomorrow evening marks the closing of one chapter, it also celebrates the beginning of countless new adventures waiting just beyond the horizon. Tomorrow, they will cross the stage as graduates of American Renaissance Academy, the culmination of years of learning, growth, friendships, challenges, triumphs, and unforgettable memories. Yet tonight reminds us that before the diplomas, before the applause, and before the turning of the tassels, there is something even more meaningful: the relationships formed, the lives touched, and the dreams beginning to unfold. To our seniors, may you walk into tomorrow with pride in how far you have come and confidence in where you are going. Carry with you the lessons learned at ARA, the love of your families, the support of your teachers and mentors, and the enduring spirit of respect, prospect, looking backward with appreciation and forward with courage and hope. Following the ceremony, parents are warmly invited to join in a special toast honoring their graduating senior. Guests are also invited to remain for a celebratory cake and light refreshments as we continue this evening of reflection, gratitude, and celebration together before departing. Thank you once again for being part of this memorable occasion, and look forward with great anticipation to tomorrow evening's 15th commencement ceremony, where we will once again gather as a community to celebrate the official graduation of the American Renaissance Academy class of 2026. Good evening, congratulations, and may God bless the journey ahead for each and every one of you. Thank you.